Okay, hi everybody. What I'd like to do is just do a quick overview and read through the contact centre script for the Buy Now, Save Now event that we're going to be running through from the 25th of February up to the end of March. Basic script really, and what I just want to do is go from the top and work it through with you guys. In essence, it's all about really the contents of this is really about the fact that prior to the end of the year there was a very real concern that we couldn't get a Brexit a deal with the EU in regard to Brexit. And as a consequence of that, the UK brand manufacturers significantly upped the stock in the UK because they didn't want to have the risk of paying duty and increased prices and bits and pieces. So, in essence, they've got an overstocking of new vehicles, and as a consequence, we're in a position to be able to offer those out to the general public on sale. So it's a good call to action for the customers if they are changing their cars to perhaps do it now. Fortunately, because we were able to get a deal with the EU, so now we've got lots of cars available that we can supply to customers at very good prices. So that's the premise of the script, and really to try and get an appointment for them. But I must emphasise, this is an appointment for customers that are considering replacing their car imminently or in the very near future. And that's simply because what we don't really want to do is just book anybody in that just can have a moochie around. This is a sale event, effectively for people to purchase vehicles, so we're obviously looking for good quality prospects. So I'll read through it really and just sort of give you an idea of the flow on how it goes. So it would be something along the lines of, well, good morning Mr. Jackson, it's Patrick speaking from Peugeot Medway. We trust you're well in these rather challenging times. Customer responds, well, I hope you won't mind, but we just wanted to give you a quick call regarding your car. With so much negative news over the last sort of 12 months, we actually wanted to share some really positive news. And that is that our directors and brand manufacturers have collaborated to run a Brexit stock disposal event. And simply, with the real prospect of a no-deal Brexit, our brand partners, Audi, have significantly ramped up UK stock towards the end of 2020. So they've done it to protect pricing, and of course now the extra stock will form an incredible sale event now that a deal's been agreed. Now the stock offers and promotions really are unprecedented and also extend to finance and part exchange offers. Adding to this offer, the Motorline directors are supporting the event with massive used vehicle stock savings as well. We're running the events from the 25th of February through to the end of March. We'd very much like to invite you along to our virtual showroom from the comfort of your home. So if changing your car now or in the very near future is a consideration, then we'd love for you to digitally attend and discuss a replacement solution. Would it be okay for us to perhaps arrange a date with you now? Now, let's say the customer brickballs you and they're not interested in changing the car. Well, that's okay. Thank you very much for your time. However, if you do change your mind and you do feel that you might want to consider changing, well then, feel free to give us a call at Peugeot Medway and we'll sort of try to find a suitable date. Just sort of end the call politely. But on the other hand, they may well say yes. So if they do, okay, well that's great. Would you sort of prefer weekends or weekdays? Okay, so you book in a date. Okay, we'll call you shortly before the meeting just to confirm timings and provide a contact name. Other than that, we'll very much look forward to seeing you on the 21st of March. Thanks very much. And then the call ends. Now, what will happen at that stage is you will use the CDK system, which Steve Ronson has produced a report to send directly to the dealer the appointment time, a name for the customer. And what you'll also need to do is to block off one of the allocation slots on the event scheduler, which is on the shared drive. So there is a separate video which actually shows you how to book the event scheduler. But also I've just sort of included on the left hand side just here like a flow of the main things that you're going to be sort of saying in each of those paragraphs. There are some people that remember all of this off by heart, or largely what's being said in each paragraph, and rather than try and read it, they sort of think, well, there's an introduction there, ask the customer how they are, to overview that we've got some positive news in these rather dark times, that we are running a sale event because of an over stocking due to a fear that we would have had a no-deal Brexit, to sort of overview what's covered, that it's finance offers, it's used cars as well, it's part exchanges, not just new, when the event is running from, which is from the 25th of February to the end of March. And obviously if they are considering changing their car, then obviously we want to book them in. But if they say something like 6 months to a year, it's kind of questionable. And obviously we want to get a date arranged. If it's a positive yes, I want to book it. And then obviously we'll just recap and mention to them that one of the salespeople or somebody from our sites will give a contact name and arrange a time specifically to sort of meet up with them. And that's kind of how it goes. Just so you guys know, the customer may ask you some questions on well, who will I be speaking to? What's the content of the call? We don't necessarily want you to get into it hugely, but on the next tab along, it actually shows you the script that the salesperson will be going through, which will ultimately to be identify the customer's needs, determine any part exchange, effectively present a digital solution, usually through See It Now, of their new car, and then sort of discuss our collection, our click and collect solution. So in the same way, theirs is a smaller script because they're just arranging a time, but there's a flow there for that as well. So I hope that sort of made it clear. Sort of try not to, which I'm sure you guys don't do, because I've received many calls from you, not to try and sound too robotic. Learn the script. I'd read it out loud, maybe sort of 10 times or something, to really get a flavour and a comfort level, and sort of read all the bits of the text. Other than that, best of luck, and hope you get on well with it. Thanks for listening.